Hi guys, welcome to Zenith Vape. For the first video, I'm going to show you how to build a dual alpha coil. It's a coil I've been working on and I just finished, and I just made it for the first time a little while ago. So I'm going to show you guys how to do it. I'll be making it on the Grand Vapor Private V2 with the IGO W RBA. And I just made it on the Caterpillar, but we'll be doing it in the IGO W instead. So here we go. You're gonna need 28 gauge Canthal. Make sure we get it nice and straight here. Basically what we're doing is it's going to be 2 microcoils on the same coil, doubled up. So 2 of those, 2 sets. You'll see what I mean here. We're going to start, make sure you get enough slack on there, and then we're going to start with 10 wraps. Push it all against the base. So you get them all nice and tight together there, as tight as you can by hand. This is the part where you separate into the second part of the coil. So you're basically making the same 10 wrap again, but you're going to have this little 1/4 inch flat spot here. So what you want to do is you want to hold your fingernail against the end of the coil there, and just flatten out a section of the coil so it goes straight across the end of the screwdriver there. Press really hard with your thumbnail, put a 1/4 inch down in there, and you're going to do your second set of wraps. Now, you don't want to push this to scrunch it down, because you'll end up pushing this back together, and you don't want that to happen. You want to keep that intact for right now. So what I'm going to do is slide this off the screwdriver. So you have something that looks like that. I bent it a little bit, but that's okay. And you're going to put the end that hasn't been scrunched back down thread it back through the screwdriver. Alright, so we got that other end that hasn't been tightened down on the opposite side, so we just threaded it back through. And now you can push this side by hand as tight as you can get it, just for now. So it'll look something like that. Give it a little clip, and there is side 1 of your dual coil. I've already got the other one made here, so we'll just go into the next stages of how you put this on to your RBA. Before we put this onto the RBA, you have your flat part here that we made when you placed your fingernail there. What we're going to do is you're going to push right in the middle, and you're going to bend it into a triangle, so like an A. So you get something like that. This is Eddie. He'll be joining us apparently. So that's what you get right there. You're going to want to do the same thing with both of them. So leave that one there for right now. Now that we have 2 of those, good to go, we are going to put them on the RBA. And just out of safety, I never keep the battery in here while I am building them, just in case I short it or something and anything goes wrong. Safety first. You want to take one end, stick it through negative, and then the other one through your center pole on the positive side. You're going to push it pretty close, up there. So about that far away, if you can see, and it will tighten up as well when you screw down the pins. But for now, that's how far away you want it. You want to make sure it's not going to touch the edges. You want to make sure nothing is bending, so it's not touching the bottom. Make sure it's not touching the pins, of course. And we'll tighten down that negative side. We won't tighten the positive just yet because we're going to put the other one through there as well. But you do, on this back side here, want to bend out. Bend it over towards the negative that you've already looped. Bend it out there so you'll have room when you put the second coil through to come out the side. Just so nothing ends up touching in the end, nothing shorts out. So we'll do the same thing with the other side. Right up close. Then we'll tighten down that negative on that side. Now, since both are through, feel free to tighten positive post. And it will suck them in a little bit. Now you want to cut off all of your excess wire here. Kind of turn it off to the side, makes it a little bit easier. And then get in there. Just clip it as close as you can. And with any excess, I always just pull it off to the side. Like so. Do the same thing on the other side. Go. Now when you cut the centers off, be a little careful so you don't end up clipping your coil. Make sure you pull them off to the side as well. A clip. Go. And your excess again on these, make sure to fold them back, and I just kind of fold them around that center post there if you can see that. And same with the other side. Alright, so now we have it all put together on here. You can see right there. It's kind of how she should look like. I'll show you the one on the Caterpillar that I built too. On the Caterpillar I did a 0.8. This one is should be right around a 1.2, somewhere around there, just so I can have more stability. I'm going to throw it on the magneto. Just show you here. You can see we're heating up from right on the inside out. Exactly what we want to be doing. Cool. So now it's time to wick this bad boy. The cool part about this is that you can see how these are all angled like that. They're all angled in like you would angle a dragon coil, but we're gonna wrap it pretty similar to a dragon coil, but similar in the way that we're going to leave one end exposed. So you're gonna take your wick, feed it under just like you do with the dragon. Just pull her through there. You want to get a decent amount pulled through. Now what we're gonna do is wrap this end around and under that coil. So you can see right there, we're just leaving the top exposed. We're going to cover this bottom completely. Go around the outside negative pin, and then back over the top. And you're going to go in between the negative and the positive there. Just like that. And now it leaves you open to cover and wrap the second one there. So do the same thing. You're going to wrap it under. In this part, you may need to use a screwdriver just to get it down low enough. Push her down. We'll feed it right underneath, covering up the bottom there, and then wrap it back around again, and just kind of tuck it under here. You can clip that excess off at this point. Just tuck it right down. And it helps sometimes if you get a little bit of your e-liquid under there to make it stick, but I usually don't like to do it until afterwards, but it does work as a great adhesive if you can't get it to stay. Okay, so that's under. So basically, that's how that top part looks there. Both bottoms are covered, and we'll cover them more in a moment. Now you're going to go underneath the second one, the opposite coil, and pull her through. Alright. Just keep pulling that through. Get it through nice and tight, keep it low, and that'll cover the bottom side over here. Get it pulled through nice and tight without choking it out. Just leave the top exposed, bottom is covered, and then wrap it around that negative post. And tuck it down, just leaving the top exposed on this side as well to cover that. Now, just to make sure everything's covered, make one full wrap tightly around the bottom. And then cut off the excess there. Turn it back through and just tuck her underneath. Once again, e-liquid makes it stick a little better, but you should be able to just pop it in there just fine and make it stay. Now, it's completely wrapped up. This one did get a little bit bent. I noticed that. So you want to try to avoid that, but the big part here is to make sure the tops are all exposed. That is the important part of this coil. Make sure the tops are exposed, make sure the bottoms are covered. That's how we look when we've come to the end point. Get her nice and soaked. Make sure all the tops are exposed once again. And there you have it. You always want to make sure your holes are right in front of either of your coils. So this will go on just like that over that point. So throw that on. Alright, so we got the cap back on the RVA. Grab a drip tip. Get that in there. And we'll give her a go. Alright. Give her a couple more hits here. So not too bad, not too bad. But like I said, I'll show you the other build I made here too. That's how the other one turns out. That's more how the top should be. Right there. Coming off there. Burns nicely. Alright, well, stay tuned for more videos and make sure to subscribe if you like the channel. Leave me comments, anything. I am quite new to building, and I will be doing some more sub-ohm building. Nothing like this. I know it's weird to start out a channel with a brand new coil, but I'll have some more coming for you. And yeah, make sure to check out the other videos as they come, and we'll see you guys soon.